Crew life means long working days, but also amazing opportunities. This is my 123rd day working at reception on the cruise ship Costa Smeralda. Today we are docked in the port of Dubai, and today I requested to join a shore excursion with guests. This is the second shore excursion that I've joined during my contract as an escort. The first one was in the port of Doha, and this one was completely free for me as well. Sometimes as crew we get the opportunity to join excursions like this, and I always try to take it. The excursion took place in the afternoon. I worked in the morning from 7:30 a.m. until 1 p.m., then quickly had lunch, changed and went straight to the pier. The excursion was in two languages,
in English and in Russian.
And we had a bilingual guide with us. During the tour, we visited some really interesting historical places around the city. The meeting time was at 1:45 p.m., but the guide and I arrived a bit earlier to welcome the guests. The guide was checking and scanning the Costa cards of everyone joining the excursion. We started our tour in the historic Bastakiya, also known as the Fahidi heritage area. This is one of the oldest parts of Dubai. This area is filled with old stone houses built from coral, sand and gypsum, materials that were commonly used before concrete existed. One of the most interesting details here are the wind towers you see on top of the buildings. These towers worked as a natural air conditioning system, catching the wind and directing it down into the houses to keep the rooms cooler during the hot summer months. We also stopped at a small open-air museum. There was a traditional Bedouin tent decorated with carpets, cushions and everyday items, showing how people lived in the past. It was simple but very meaningful. A local host was there to show the traditions and daily life of Arabs. We also saw a falcon, which is one of the most important symbols in the United Arab Emirates. Falcons were historically used for hunting in the desert, and today they represent strength, freedom, and deep cultural heritage. For us as crew members joining the tour, there isn't much we're required to do. Sometimes we help the guide with small organizational things, like counting the guests or walking at the back of the group to make sure no one is left behind, but even that is not obligatory. As an escort, my main role is simply to experience the excursion and make sure everything follows the planned program and timing. Before the tour, we receive all the information about the excursion, including the places we will visit and the schedule. After the excursion, I just need to give an evaluation of the overall experience: the guide, the driver, the bus, and the organization. Since shore excursions are run by local tour agencies, it's important for the cruise company to have someone from the ship join and give feedback, so that they know what works well and what can be improved. Next, we boarded an Abra, a traditional wooden boat and one of the oldest forms of transport in Dubai. This small boat has been used for generations, and it's still one of the most authentic ways to cross the city. Long before skyscrapers and luxury hotels, the creek was the heart of Dubai's trading life. Merchants used it to transport goods, and this is where the city's economy first started to grow. It was a simple ride, but also a very special moment. One of those experiences that really makes you feel connected to the history of the city. The ride took us toward Deira, one of the most vibrant and historic neighborhoods in Old Dubai. After crossing the creek, we arrived at the spice Souq. The moment we entered, the air was filled with different aromas. Our guide showed us a wide variety of spices and explained how they are used in everyday cooking, medicine, and traditional remedies. You can find spices from all over the world here: saffron, turmeric, cardamom, cinnamon, dried flowers, and many others. Dubai has always been an important trading hub, and places like this show how spices once arrived here by sea from Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Along the way, many shops were also selling souvenirs, perfumes, and traditional items, making the Souq feel lively and colorful. After that, we moved on to the Gold Souq. Here we had some free time so that everyone could explore the place at their own pace, shop, or simply walk around. When you walk through the Souq, everything shines and the atmosphere feels busy and energetic. I decided to just wander through the narrow streets and look around. Some of the boutiques were really impressive, with huge gold pieces on display, even full outfits made entirely of gold. The area was very crowded, and it's easy to see why. Dubai is famous for its gold, not only because of the variety in designs, but also because of the strict regulations that control quality and purity. After all that walking, I started to feel hungry. Our guide told me about a small local place not far from the Souq that's known for its shawarma and very reasonable prices. I decided to give it a try, and it was definitely worth it. It was simple, fresh, and full of flavor. After the souks, we made 2 short photo stops. The first one was at the Jumeirah Mosque. It's one of the most beautiful mosques in Dubai, and also one of the few that welcomes non-Muslim visitors. Even though we didn't go inside, the guide shared some interesting facts about its architecture and cultural importance. Our second stop was at the Burj Al Arab. We stopped not far from the spot where everyone could clearly see it and take photos. Built on its own artificial island, the Burj Al Arab is one of the most recognizable hotels in the world and a symbol of modern Dubai. After that, we headed back to the ship. Because of the heavy traffic, we got a bit delayed compared to the schedule. I was already late for work. After excursion, I worked for 3 more hours, and now finally I'm finished for today. And actually I'm feeling very sleepy, but my friend offered to go out. So again, I'll sleep when I'm dead. We went to the level 43 Sky Lounge, a beautiful rooftop with an incredible view over Dubai. From up there, the city looks completely different at night. You can see the lights, the roads full of movement, and the skyline stretching into the distance. The atmosphere was calm and relaxed, a nice contrast to the busy day that we had. The food was amazing, and it was the perfect way to slow down and enjoy the moment. It was a quiet and beautiful ending to a long day in Dubai. Sometimes, even when you're exhausted, moments like this are worth it. Thank you for watching this video. I will be very happy if you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!